Thailand's GDP over the past 10 years has been low. It's not just recently that we've been trailing in ASEAN. To be honest, we've been at the bottom all along. Thailand's GDP for the year 2025 is projected at 2.8% by the National Economic and Social Development Council. As mentioned, viewers, this gives another perspective when compared to other countries in ASEAN. It turns out that Thailand is almost at the very bottom. The last place is Myanmar. Myanmar's GDP for 2025 is projected to grow by 2.2%, while last year Myanmar's GDP was 2.3%.
We are in the second to last place. Last year, Thailand's GDP was 2.5% according to the figures. For 2025, we are projecting 2.8% as estimated by the National Economic and Social Development Council. Let's see, dear viewers.
Compared to the GDP of ASEAN countries, Vietnam stands out significantly. You don't even need to be bright to see it. In 2024, Vietnam's GDP was 7.16, 6.6, 6.4, 6.4, while ours was 2.5. In 2025, it's 6.6. Ours is 2.8. As for the Philippines, the numbers are as shown on the screen, 6.7, 6.0. In 2025, it's forecasted to grow to 6.2. Cambodia was 6.0 last year and this year as well. Malaysia was 5.0 last year and this year it's forecasted to be 4.6. Indonesia was 5.0 last year and this year it's forecasted to be 5.5. Oh, Laos.
Laos was 4.5% last year, and this year it's forecasted to be 4.3%. Singapore grew by 4% last year, and we are waiting for the announcement this year. They will announce it today. This means that Thailand's GDP is at the bottom of ASEAN.
Yes, whether it's last year or this year, or if we count Myanmar, to console ourselves a little that we're still better than Myanmar. The interesting thing is that it didn't just happen, dear viewers. As I mentioned, if we compare, we can see that it aligns with what this government has been saying. Thailand's GDP over the past 10 years has been low. It's not just recently that we've been trailing in ASEAN. To be honest, we've been at the bottom all along. Imagine that, dear viewers. Even in 2022, Thailand was at 2.6.
Vietnam was at 8.5, the Philippines at 7.6, Malaysia at 8.9, Indonesia at 5.3, and Singapore at 4.1. This was in 2022 or the year after COVID, right after COVID in 2021. Thailand only grew by 1.6%. Vietnam also struggled but still managed 2.6%. The Philippines was at 5.7, Malaysia at 3.3, Indonesia at 3.7, and Singapore's growth exceeded expectations.
It surged to 9.8. When viewers see these numbers, they can clearly understand the situation each year. So looking at it from one perspective, it's a small consolation. It's not something new. We've consistently been at the bottom of ASEAN. We've been at the bottom and will continue to be as the numbers show. Viewers can clearly see this. Let's look at it this way to see how we are lower than other ASEAN countries. The next interesting point is, let me check here. Here it is, viewers. If we continue to look further, let's find some information here. The point now is, one of the factors causing Thailand's growth to be slower than other countries from the perspective of the National Economic and Social Development Council is that private sector investment in 2024 only expanded by 1.6%, even though the government tried to stimulate it through state investment, which expanded by 4.8% and increased government spending